The asbestos case is currently underway. Let's take you there live.
So you are just standing in for him today?
Yes, my lady. I've received instructions that Mr. Magashule is appearing on behalf of accused number 2 now.
Mr. Magashule in your state?
No, my lady. Mr. Mazibuko withdrew on the previous occasion and Mr. Magashule came on record on behalf of accused number 2.
Yes, and are you appearing on instructions of Mr. Magashule?
No, on behalf of Mr. Mazibuko. Mr. Mazibuko, I'm standing in for Mr. Mazibuko, who's appearing on behalf of accused number 6 and 7.
Yes, but I'm busy with accused 2.
As the court pleases, my lady.
So was that not Advocate Sabuku?
No, my lady.
Sorry, I just got this information from previous appearances, so that's why I'm checking on it.
No, my lady.
Okay.
My instructions are that Mr. Magashule came on record on behalf of accused number 2.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Magashule? Mr. Magashule, is that the attorney Magashule from Bloemfontein?
Yes.
Oh, there you are, Mr. Magashule. Yes, Mr. Magashule, can you please put your appearance on record?
Thank you, my lady. Accused number 2.
Did you previously also appear for him?
The last appearance I was on record, my lady, but we couldn't.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I've got Mr. Houders on behalf of accused 3, 4 and 13.
Your Ladyship, my lady, I appear on behalf of accused 3 and 4 with my juniors, Ms. Govender. In relation to accused 3 and 4, my lady, our attorneys, VDK attorneys from Johannesburg. In relation to accused number 13, I have the same junior with the attorneys, Victim Partial, VNA Associates. Both attorneys are present in court.
Okay, so you do appear on behalf of accused number 13 also, but on the instructions of a different firm of attorneys.
Yes, ma'am. Same junior but different attorneys.
Thank you very much. Accused 5, Mr. Jagan.
Here on behalf of accused number 5.
Is it accused 5 who was not present the previous occasion?
That's correct, my lady.
I believe there was a talk of a medical certificate which was to be handed in.
It was emailed across to the state, my lady.
Was it handed to Mr.
I don't have it in my possession, but if the court pleases, I can make that available.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, my lady.
Accused number 6, according to the record I have, is Mr. Magashule. Anybody on behalf of accused 6?
May I please, my lady? My lady, it is Mr. Manchu who is appearing on behalf of accused number 6, and I am standing here on his behalf on this matter.
Thank you.
As the court pleases, my lady.
Accused 7, 8 and 12. Is it, I've got Advocate Maholu here.
Yes, my lady, I'm appearing on behalf of accused number 7. I confirm appearance.
Just 7.
Just 7, my lady.
Okay, who is then appearing on behalf of accused 8?
My lady, may I just clarify that aspect? Accused number 8 has since been liquidated, my lady.
Oh yes, that's correct, yes.
Yes, my lady. Therefore, I'm only appearing on behalf of accused number 7.
Okay.
As the court pleases, my lady.
And not on behalf of accused 12?
I'm standing in for accused number 12 for Mr. Mazibuko, for Advocate Mazibuko.
Right, thank you. Accused 9 and 10.
Thank you, my lady. I am Phineas Mukwena from Legal Aid South Africa. I'm standing in for Mr. Machini. Mr. Machini is off sick. He has been off sick for some weeks now, or for some days. I'm not certain when he's coming back. So I'm standing in for him. Thank you, my lady.
Thank you. And accused 11. I have an advocate Makane here on record.
As the court pleases, my lady, I'm still appearing for accused number 11 together with my junior, Shabalala 8N. We are instructed by Taleni Godiku Pisho Incorporated. Our instructing attorney is also present in court, my lady. As the court pleases.
Thank you, Mr. Makane. And that leaves us, let me just see, accused 16. Accused 14.
My lady, I appear on behalf of 15.
14 and 15. Yes, thank you, Mr. Piper. Then accused number 16.
For my appearance.
Thank you, Mr. Kromer. Just a minute. Okay. Is there anybody I have not called upon? Or do we have everybody on record? Before we continue and before I inquire from Mr. De Nijssen what the arrangements are, I need to disclose that I have previously, a number of years ago, I can't even remember exactly which year, I presided in an urgent application which if I remember correctly, was brought by the DA at the time. And it involved the payment of money pertaining to tenders with regard to the issue of asbestos houses and roofing. I don't have a type judgment. I remember that it, as I said, it was an urgent application and a post-urgent application, and I wrote the judgment overnight, handwritten judgment, so I did not even attempt to find a copy of that judgment. I did not attempt to find the details of the hearing, because I think that would make my situation worse if I be seen to refresh my memory, so-called. In my view, it's no impediment for me to deal with the pre-trial. I'm not talking about the trial. I'm not talking about substantive issues. But in my view, it's not an impediment to continue with the pre-trial as long as it relates to procedural aspects. But I do want to disclose it. I deem it necessary to disclose it so that should this matter be handed to me in future, the pre-trial aspect, that you know about it and that you can indicate should you have any objection to me handling the matter. As I say, personally, I'm of the view that it does not prevent me from dealing with the matter as long as it deals with the procedural aspects of a pre-trial. But I do want it to be in the open. Mr. De Nijssen, having said that, what are the arrangements for today? Where are we in the process?
My lady, excuse me, from the side of the state, there is no objection or problem with your ladyship presiding.
Yes, that matter was in July 2015, just for interest sake. But
Okay, thank you.
There was an application by certain of the accused before her ladyship,
That's, I'm aware of that, yes.
and a judgment was given, and certain of the accused applied for leave to appeal to the SCA. That judgment has not been handed down yet. So in the light thereof, I told my colleagues that I'm of the view that all these collateral issues should be addressed and finalized before we continue with this trial, because we don't want any hiccups. If we start, we want it running until the end. So in an attempt to get all these collateral issues out of the way, as well as attorneys that came on board quite late, like Mr. Mogere, who hasn't received all the information yet. We basically, by agreement, arranged a date for all the interim issues to be addressed, and the judgment from Judge Nadi, so that the accused can decide what they want to do thereafter. And all this should be, in a perfect world, should be finalized by the 23rd of September. I think all of us hope. Whereafter, yes, on that date, we should be able to do the final pre-trial and arrange a trial date. As I say, it should give everybody opportunity to address all these side issues as it is.
Firstly, may I just ask a general question to the defence side, considering what I have conveyed to you, firstly, but secondly, judged against the background that this is a postponement by agreement. Is there any objection to me presiding today in this matter, just for purposes of the postponement?
I have no objection.
Thank you.
I don't have any objection.
Nothing? Nothing?
No objection, my lady.
Thank you.
No objection.
Sorry, there is somebody who I think might want to give an instruction from the back there.
Lady, I'm one of the accused. And if the court allows me to say something.
Sorry, your surname?
Magashule,
Yes, Mr. Magashule.
because our attorneys and our legal representatives takes instructions from us.
That's correct.
Out there in the public from 2020, the National Prosecuting Authority.
Sorry, can I interrupt you? You're not standing by a microphone.
Should I come, sir?
Are you picking? No, I'm talking about the court microphone.
Yeah.
If you can maybe just come forward.
My lady, I was just saying with humility, and if the court allows me to speak, because we do spend money to engage our legal people. From the onset, when I was arrested, the prosecuting authorities said we have a case, and that's why we have arrested you. And we want a speedily case. And out in the public eye, we are these corrupt people who don't want to respect the law. And we were promised by the trial, by the presiding authority that we are supposed to have actually dealt with this case last year. And it has been postponed and postponed and postponed. And even when we get out now, you are going to hear the National Prosecuting Authority saying it's us delaying the case. So in the eyes of South Africans and as law-abiding citizens, we are actually corrupt. And out in the media, my lordship last time said, when there was argument, when we appealed, there were 3 cases which the state argued that I'm facing 3 charges. Out in the public, since the case was actually started, in the eyes of the public, I'm facing 70 charges of corruption. And I don't know how to defend myself. There are many people who work for the state. The state is even refusing to pay their legal fees. It is a deliberate move by the National Prosecuting Authority. And I'm a politician. We are going to a conference in December. I will argue that I am not guilty of anything. I have not stolen a cent. And it is a deliberate move to prevent me from standing as a leader of the African National Congress, because in December we have conference. And we know it has been a planned hashed. It's not planned hashed by the court, by the lordship and judges and magistrates. It is a deliberate plan, because in South Africa, organs of state don't treat us the same. I just wanted to raise that because I also give instructions to my legal representatives. I just want South Africans to know that we are ready. It is National Prosecuting Authority which is denying us that space. But outside there, they say the accused are postponing the case. We don't want to do this. We have made an appeal, leave to appeal. It has been postponed because it was said the trial judgment. The Honorable Judge Musi was here, and he said the case will start with immediate effect. When I talked initially, when I was arrested, Honorable the nation said the case will be speeded up. It is conscious, it is deliberate to ensure that we don't stand for ANC election. So in the National Prosecuting Authority is playing politics here. That's the point I wanted to make. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Hodes, is there anything you want to place on record?
No, my lady, the nation summed it up very accurately. We were waiting the judgment of Mr. Justice Mindview. We don't understand why that hasn't been delivered. It's out of our hands. I cannot attribute the blame to the NPA. I need to make it very clear. We might have differences on the merits of the matter, etc., but it's a fact that we have this delay that we have to deal with, and that's why the ladyship summed up it is in effect. And unfortunately, a postponement by agreement because we're in a situation where we're awaiting a judgment. So that's the present position on it.
Thank you, Mr. Hodes. Right. In the circumstances, the matter will obviously have to be postponed.
My lady, may I just...
Sorry, yes, Mr. Denison.
Thank you, ladyship. I'm not going to give a long comment on the speech by Mr. Magashule, apart from to say he can be assured that neither me, nor my office, nor the National Office of the Prosecuting Authority do politics. This is not a political matter. So rest assured, there is no political involvement.
Thank you. Right. It has been indicated to me that the parties request by agreement that this matter be postponed. whilst awaiting the judgment from my sister Naidu and possible procedures which may follow upon that. In the circumstances, let me just hear, Mr. Denyson, sorry, what is the situation with the accused? Are they on bail, all of them?
Indeed.
All of them on bail. Thank you. In the circumstances, the pre-trial is postponed by agreement to 23 September 2022 at 9:30, and the bail of the accused is extended on the same conditions. Thank you very much. The court adjourns.